Hello YouTube, how's everyone going? Anubhav Sharma, show 1556 KvK map. Yes man, we are going to look at the 1556 KvK as well. However, actually, you know what? If you want, we can look at 1556 first. Nen M, hey. Hey man, how are you going? Now, the three KvKs that we want to take a look at today is the 1365 versus 1846 KvK. Just to see if there's any update there. 1556 versus 1254. We're going to check it out for updates as well. And lastly, we're probably going to spend most of the time in the 1860, 1034 and 1093 KvK because that's probably where we're going to have most action. Now, starting off with the KvK map that we're in, which is the 1365 one. So there's nothing to show in terms of 1365. Opponents kind of blocked in. We're gonna do the, what's that thing called again, ruins later today. And no one's fighting 1846 at the moment, so there's no action on their part as well. However, again, just referring to the map on the top right hand corner, the mini map over there, you can see how water camp over there, 2255, 2378 is white. So they're not blue or red. So they're kind of not allied with anyone. And they're kind of having a weird sort of action here. So just wanted to kind of cover that a little bit. And then we're going to go to the 1556 map. So what you can see here is 2378 and 2255 have gone all the way up. And they have taken control over that pass, and they're, I mean, not the pass, but they're kind of blocking the pass. So on the right side, they're doing amazing. But then in the middle, fighting still going on, and there's a possibility of 55 and 78 winning the middle area as well. There's 42 here kind of trying to resist, and there's a lot of fighting going on. And for a kingdom or for a camp, 2255 and 2078, who didn't want to be, I guess, allied with either 1365 or 1846, that's kind of weird. They're fighting a lot. So it's not like, so initially people told me that they're trying to take it as a easy KvK, farming KvK. I don't see them farming. They're fighting. I mean, if they're fighting, how come they're not on any side? Either way, they're kind of going their own way. And speaking of the awkwardness of this, on the right-hand side, you saw how they have full control. But then if you look at the left-hand side, so they are taking that pass on the right-hand side. And on the left-hand side, their pass has been taken. I mean, so 78 does have a fort here, which is probably about to burn. Nen M, they're doing you guys a favor? Yeah, definitely they're doing us a favor based on how they're fighting. But then they could have been just allied, I guess. But either way, they decided not to. Sorry guys, I'm muting myself every now and then because I still have a cold and flu. So this stream is gonna be quite unprofessional, and the reason why I say quite unprofessional is because I'm gonna be muting, sneezing, coughing and all sorts of things. And probably from the voice you can tell that I'm not at the best shape right now. Then why am I streaming? Because I got nothing better to do right now. Because I got influenza, as the doctor said today. I can't be around the children, so I'm kind of locked in my study. So all I can do is, you know, make videos, and we did make quite a few videos today. So we posted 3 videos and 1 short. We did 1 video and 1 short yesterday. So last couple of days I'm kind of locked in myself. Just like 1365 has managed to lock in, what's it called, 2330 and 2329 here. But anyways, so as you can see, weird sort of fighting going on. 55 kind of holding on to territory on the right and 78 as well. But then on the left hand side, they're giving up territory. So it doesn't look like they have a lot of strategy in terms of what they want to do. Like, they're not aiming for the next zone, because why would they? Like, if they go this way, then they're gonna face 1846. If they go that way, they're gonna be facing 1365. So I kind of wish they allied whichever way. But anyways, it is what it is. So that's all we wanted to talk about the 1365 KvK. Main action is probably more action is probably gonna start when past fives open. So nothing much to talk about here anymore, and we're just farming peacefully at the moment. So now let's go and have a look at the 1556 KvK. So 1556, again checking the first thing. 1556 haven't really managed to get 2244 drop Imperium, but then 1148 has become Imperium. Now remember, actually let me check the map, change the map, mini map on the top. So we don't need to see the 1365 anymore. We want to see the 1556 one now. Now, as you can see at the top right hand corner mini map, 1148 is on the bottom left corner, and they have been pushed back by 1228 pretty easily. So as much as 1148 kind of looks Imperium, I don't think they're that strong. They have been pushed back, but maybe they will come back stronger with 1256, but who knows. But either way, for now, the only action that we have is in the 1556 area, where they're fighting against 2100 and 2244. So let's go through each of the contested areas. So as usual, lots of 1556 marches standing outside the pass, not really being aggressive. I mean, there's still some fighting going on, and we do see a fort kind of burning. So on and off, 1556 probably have kept up the pressure here, but not necessarily as much. Nen M, get well soon. Thank you, Nen M. FM Studio, hi. Hey man, how are you going? Thank you for being here. But then the pressure isn't that high. It's more about not losing the pass, I guess. And the second sort of area where they have gone over the mountain and then have a little territory, but I gotta say, haven't really achieved much. So they do have a little territory. I don't think this territory makes or breaks either way, but it is what it is. At least they have something. Now on the right hand side, they have made some progress. It's very slow progress though, but they have made some progress. So they took the pass, and then this fortress is not burning. However, there was a fortress here yesterday that 1556 rallied heavily, and they managed to take it down. And the next fortress is repairing now. Now, the time that we are looking at it, it's not ideal for 1556. 1556 doesn't become active at least for three or more hours. So I don't think we're gonna see a lot of action from 1556 here today. But then if anything, they're probably gonna be focusing on this fort. Now on the right, after that fort got burned, 1556 smartly have mountain hopped again, and through a different alliance they have put a flag there, and with that flag they have started burning this. Now this is probably more of a farm alliance fort, so it's not that heavily reinforced, so it may have been a little easier to burn, but then at the same time behind that they're backforting. So yeah, it's gonna be quite challenging to make any progress. So all I can kind of hope for 1556 is they can drain 2244 a bit more, so that 2244 drops out of Imperium if 1556 wants to kind of avoid embarrassment. Now the yellow that you can see here on the bottom, that's not 1556 yellow, even though 1556 is like all yellow. That's this fort over here, which is still 2244. And what you have in the next zone is 1254 coming in this way, and that's maybe where this KvK ends, but we'll see. Now FM Studio, infantry attack for Zenith. Yeah, man. I mean, people that were ready for this Zenith, it's kind of probably bad for them. Because the infantry attack, even at 15, I don't think is better than the 10% infantry health Zenith that we had earlier. But personally for me, I'm kind of happy because I'm nowhere near Zenith. So I hope like a decent skin that I would want comes much, much later, maybe like 2 years later, so that I can save up resources and speed ups and so on. Ching Ting Huang, 244 is 1810 now. They should be online. Yep, 2244 is online, but 2244 is playing smartly, where they're not pushing in at all. They're just making sure they don't lose territory and they don't let 1556, place a fort here or kind of, go towards that pass 6. So they're playing defensive because all they have to do is be defensive until 1254 can kind of join in. Forts. Yep, that's how, that's Lilith's fault. They allow too many forts in, especially in especially in Strife of 8. It's like really annoying. FM Studio, hopefully we get a universal skin like the 8% defense skin. Yeah, man, that's in the future. I hope I'm ready for that when that comes out, because I went for the 10% infantry skin because at that time that was the 10% infantry defense. This skin over here, Atlantis, I went for that skin because at that time that was the best. But I think pretty much straight after, even better skin came, so I don't spend enough to go for back-to-back Zenith, so I couldn't even go for that. But yep, Dynastic Warrior, let's see, someone here should have that. Yep, that is the best skin in the world. In Rise of Kingdoms world. Not necessarily the best for rally or garrison, but open field. But then honestly, most of us do open field most of the time anyways, right? So guys, 1556 KvK, have to say that we're not seeing a lot of action because of the timing. So the only KD that's playing actively here is 1556, and this is not their prime time. Now I think like if I have to make like a comment here, remember how 1556 tried to place a fort somewhere here up top before? I think not being able to get that fort down was kind of costly for 1556. And the reason why I say that is because where they're playing now, there's nothing they can do against all the forts. But if they manage to put a fort there, they could have burned through quite a lot of flags, because even fort wise 2244 may be under, they may have utilized all the credit they have to do the forts they have. So if I don't remember, somewhere here around the middle where 1556 tried to place the fort, if they managed to do it, would have been great for them. And the fact they didn't, I would have to say, is to do with the time they chose. So in a way, it didn't feel like they chose the best time, because that wasn't the prime time for 1556. And like somehow they needed to get a lot more marches in there. So they had quite a bit, but maybe they underestimated 2244 a little bit. So they definitely needed to have more marches in there and more cities maybe teleported, something along those lines. Now let's go and look at the other KvK that we are probably going to spend most of the time in, which is the 1860 KvK. And now the first thing that you notice here, actually let me change the mini map. So we want to see the 1860, we don't want to see the 1556 anymore. Yep, that's the one we want to see. Yep. How many speed ups in days minimum for Zenith? NM. I would say on average you'd need about 2000 days, very roughly speaking. I got some amount of speed ups in my farm, but then what's the point of getting it in the farm? It's not like you know you probably fill flags and stuff with your farm. I don't know, maybe if you're playing the new KvK where you have, what's it called? Oops, gonna sneeze again. Wait. Okay, back again. So you know how the new KvK where you have siege towers and all of that, heroic anthem power up. So if you're playing that KvK, maybe like a city skin has a little bit of an impact on your farm account, because you can do blockade, you can do siege towers, whatever. But otherwise your kingdom's gonna be pretty mad at you if your farm kind of wins Zenith, I think. I don't know. JF 1556 has done really well given this new Xenoflavius and Fort meta in OP. 1556 did alright. Definitely did alright. They were definitely impressive. They looked like a big fighting KD. What I meant to say is, like, what they did, is that enough for them to be ready to face 1254 along with 2244 and 2100 at the same time? So for them to have a chance to kind of win that, they needed to do more maybe. FM Studio, I was planning on migrating. Will 1365 accept 40 mil T4 fighter account? FM Studio, I'm not in leadership, but guaranteed they will. So if you're less than 40 mil, based on how 1365 is run, 100% they will accept. You should talk to Just Save. So he's the guy to talk to for migration, and I'm pretty sure they will accept you. Rich Bellico, hey, we got members on the chat. Good to have you, Rich. Sonkers, hey, good evening. Hey, man. Good to have you here. Okay, so I kind of went through talking about other things whilst I didn't show any action on the map. So let's talk about the map. So 2224 has managed to push in all the way, and 1860 doesn't have any presence on the top right anymore. And I will have to say that was possible because they kind of focused down south. Now, even by focusing down south 100%, I don't know how much progress they have made. It does look like they have a bit more of a presence here than what they had yesterday. But then let's go and check the action. I think they have made a little bit more progress. Now, yesterday there was a lot of talks about whether 1860 should have gone south or should have just gone up top, which was the better decision. Now, most viewers thought going to the right hand side was a better decision rather than coming down south at all. Now, whilst my strategy, diplo, mapping, all of this knowledge is quite low, but having kind of played in KvKs for the last 3 years or so, if it was up to me, I would say going south was the better call if they had to pick one side. So rather than going at all to the right hand side, all the way focusing this way to me makes more sense, because that way you have 1021 locked in here, because 1v is covering the other side. So you kind of have a good strong camp locked in. And regardless what 1860 did earlier, it looks like that's what they're going for now, right? Because they are burning quite a lot and coming through down south. South is better, deadly? Yeah, I think so. Both are same. NM. Yeah, I mean, like, there's pros and cons for both sides, but I just kind of feel like south is a better option. And now, like, look at that. Now that 1860 is focused on one side, and this is not necessarily a prime time for them. I think most of them are European, so they're probably, I mean, this is the weekend, so like maybe they're available. But either way, they do have a good presence here. And this fort, I think, is going to get rallied soon, right? Otherwise, you don't have that many March is standing there. Now, is that rallyable? Yes, that is, because of that flag over here. Oh, that flag was burning. So the opponents here, 1021, they have been quite impressive, and it's not like they're not fighting. They're still fighting pretty hard. They had an upper hand when 1860 was kind of going both ways, but now it's evening up a little bit. Okay, so one of 1860 passes kind of got locked in on day one. Now it's not fully locked in. Technically, they can, flag here and try to push in. It's not fully locked in. Should they fully lock it in? Probably. I mean, the 1860, that doesn't mean 1860 is fully locked out. There's like quite a lot of presence here, so they're definitely not fully locked out or anything. Now, on the south side, 1021 fort was burning, and it's repairing now. Now, fort versus flag. The 1860 flag isn't burning. And 1021, I don't know, there's no there is some presence here. There's no heavy hill presence here from 1860, but then we do still see flags kind of burning out. So is 1021 kind of spent, or is it just a downtime for them? And we do see 1860 doing more flags and all. Then they can't handle none of them. Nah, I think they can handle 1021 now. I think. Deadly. Plus, if they give up the bottom, people will be basically give up after losing to a smaller camp. Yeah, that's a good point as well, psychologically. Zonkers, south is the way. They didn't want to fight 93. It makes more sense. Yes, in a way, yes. So going south, like you don't face 93 until you kind of really have to. Like up top, 1v1, I don't think 1860 can handle 93. So that's one of the reasons why I thought going up top is not a good idea for them. Okay, so over here, was it burning? Yes, it's burning. So guys, 1021 is more of an Asian KD, right? So how come they're not online now? So I don't think it's a time zone thing for them. I think for 1021, it's more of an issue with they feel quite spent. They did fight a lot the first couple days, but they may be a little spent now. And we see 1860 being aggressive and pushing in here again. So we got an Attila Nevsky. Yep, Attila Nevsky versus Zeno YSS. So not Zeno Flavius, Zeno YSS. And we do see another 1021 flag burning, and this flag is repairing. So they had to cancel the rally because reinforcements couldn't come in. So 1021 did a decent job in blocking the reinforcements, but then over here that flag is burning out though. So in some selected flags 1021 has presence, but it's not like all around they are at the moment doing a good job defending. Hans, hello. Hey Hans, hey man. Then reminds me of 1412 and 1647 fights one does with their thing during their uptime. So when is, but this is Asian KD, man, look at them. So Korean names, I see mostly Korean names, 1021. So if this is not their uptime, when is it then? It's meant to be their uptime now. Okay, now let's have a look at other sort of areas where this action is. We got another rally going on. Who is doing the rally? Okay, so this is where 1021 is the aggressor, and we got a Pakal and Herald versus a Zenobia and YSS again. But then 1021 does have a lot of presence here. They own the field. So, and this is where, yep, this is around the middle. This is an important area, and this is where 1860 is a bit cut off because of how the river kind of went. So this flag 1021 should be able to take down. Ruthless, watch 501 side. Yes, man, we're gonna have a look there now. Donkers 6 p.m. Zonkers 6 p.m. So 6 p.m. is alright for Korea to be online. It's a Saturday, so most of them are probably not working. But then Saturday, a lot of people have family time, right? So I would have had family time right now unless I had influenza and my wife locked me in this room by myself, which is why I can, kind of stream, because I can't spend time with the kids right now. Hunts, are 1603 being useful, or is it just 1021 fighting? Hunts, I saw... Okay, so I mostly saw 1021. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't say that 1603 hasn't been fighting, but to be honest, I haven't seen 1603 in action as much. Now I don't know whether that's like a time zone thing. Now on the same screen, guys, we got double rallies going on. What? Wow. Which time zone is 1603? Does anyone know? I don't know much about 1603 actually. So 2 rallies on 2 flags, guys, and Pakal Herald on Zenobia and YSS, and on the left we got XY and Nevsky on a... I wanted to say I saw an Amani. Yep, that's an Amani. And Artemisia, is it, or YSS? I think it's Amani, and I actually can't tell. I'm not seeing the secondary animation. Oh yeah, it is Artemisia. So Cav against Archer, that rally is gonna do some damage, but then saying that the rally did take quite a bit of a swarm, but then 1021 did manage to swarm down the swarmers. So I actually want to get that rally report if possible. So let me message this guy over here and see. And since we are asking for the report, and they got the, oh, I missed it. They did get the burn. But if you're rallying Cav into archers, you're supposed to get the burn, and they did. Now let's ask this brother over here. Hopefully we do get the report. So when we get the reports, if we get the reports, obviously we will bring it up on the screen. So rally on 2 flags, 1 flag down. Let's see how the other flag goes. Then 1603 Kingdom is from South Pole, no time zone. Yeah. But then you know what? Let's you know how we are going through all the areas where there's fighting going on. So on the right hand side, we saw mostly 1021. In the middle, we're saying fully 1021. So when we look at the left, we can see how 1603 is doing, if they are putting in a good presence or not. Now, full swarm on the flag. Full swarm on the flag. So on top of the Bakal Herald, full swarm. Everyone looks happy. Double thumbs up. And I think the flag is about to come down. Yep. There you go. Big bada boom. And the flag is down. So this guy was doing the garrison. I'm guessing with the infantry skin and all. Panther. LADUS. Hey man. How are you? Okay, so this is where 1021 has an upper hand. On the right hand side, 1860 had an upper hand. Now over here, let's see what's happening. Now that's 1603, right? So we do have some 1603 presence here. So let's see if 1603 is getting pushed in or they are the ones pushing. So their flag is repairing. I don't know whether the flag on the other side is not repairing or burning or anything, but they do have some numbers. So we'll come back and check if they're being aggressive with it or if they're just, holding ground. And this was the guy with the, or sister with the, what's it called? Rally. And we did message him /her. Panther, what do you think of the new archer Henry and Boudica? I think Boudica is going to be one of the best archers in the game based on her skills. So I think Boudica is a must-have. Boudica's primary skill alone is almost as good as, quite a few commanders' 2 or 3 skills. That's how OP she kind of looks to me. When it comes to Henry, surely he's going to be strong. But then when I look at his skills, it doesn't kind of read out too OP at the moment. But then it's one of the newest commanders, so there could be some secret things that, like just reading the description of the skill, we didn't figure out. So there's a good chance he's going to be OP as well. But at the moment, it does look like Boudica is going to be extremely OP, not just OP. Now, what do we have? We have Zenobia and Flavius, and we got Nevsky and XY and Nevsky. And 1603 has moved up with the rally. They got the King's Guild. They're putting heavy pressure on the flag. So do we see a lot of 1860? No, we don't see a lot of 1860. We do see some coming out of the city, but then we don't see a lot. But then at the same time, I don't think 1603 has enough to keep the rally up. Nope. And they canceled the rally. So the rally kind of ran out of reinforcements. So in order to keep the rally running, 1603 obviously needs a bit more numbers here. Now, I don't know whether they're fighting anywhere else a lot as well. Ooh. Hey, wait. They're under pressure. Who are these people? That's 1021. Yes, 1021 Ford getting swarmed down. I'm sure there's a rally on somewhere. I can't tell what the rally is. Okay, that's a Gilgamesh rally, Gilgamesh Nepu rally, and the Zenobia and YSG. So that's a Zenobia and YSG. They're picking up good value, but that fort is definitely going to go down. Is there enough 1021 cities around? Well, there are some cities. I'm not going to say enough. But then if the fort doesn't go down, and the fort, well, we don't have to think about it, because I think the fort did go down. Yes, it did. It's burning now. Yep, it is. Okay, let me do the verification. Vama Fapa 1234, Supreme Dark 1860, Bad Zeno. the first Xeno, yeah, it is kind of, it is probably not the best if it went down to a Pakal Herald, but more so than the Pakal Herald, you need to take into account the heavy swarm. So, you know, and we asked for the report, so we'll kind of figure out how it's going. Now, late swarmers kind of paid the fine. Look at that guy and that guy. They lost a lot because they swarmed late for no reason. It's burning already, and the garrison kind of came in by that time. Okay, so 1021 fighting here. 1603 does have some cities here, but they're more bubbled. Do they have action here? They're trying to defend that flag. And that flag... No, they're trying to build that flag. They're trying to build that flag, and that flag is going to be under pressure from 1860. And 1860 should be coming in heavy numbers here. We do see them kind of coming in. Now, what they're going to do is probably just kill the marches as they come out. That doesn't look like enough for a swarm, and you should really have a rally. We don't see the rally coming in yet. They're scouting, so rally should be on pretty soon, I guess. Then I know why 1860 skip all the big KvKs. Well, they're not that big, maybe. Bridge Bellico, is 1860 strong as 1556, 1365 and 254? Definitely no. Then nope. Yep. Semi Lingen, sub bro, what is the best infantry sieve, France or Vikings? I like France more unless you're doing rally and garrison. So if you're doing rally, if you're doing garrison, then maybe, or even rally actually, if you're doing rally and garrison, maybe Viking is better. But if you're talking about just open field, then maybe France, just because you get the healing speed as a sieve bonus. Throwing X-Men is not that bad either. FRR, can see 71. Yes, 71. We should go and have a look. Now, is that all the action? Well, there may be a little bit of an action here. Is there? No. So, one of the 1860 flag was burning there, but not anymore. So, it's not necessarily a lot of action on the left. Okay, now let's go through and check where else there is action. Now, there shouldn't be any other action other than the 1671 side, right? Yep. So here, Raise versus Raise as in 1501, I think is Raise, is it? No, 1501 versus 1671. So 1671 on the right hand side have full control. And this is probably their farm alliance as well. Nope, that's not their farm alliance. I don't know who that alliance belongs to. Would be their farm alliance, trying to block that. But then, are you meant to block that close? Aren't you meant to block it with like a gap? You're not meant to be touching. Then did 93 got the reward for most 4 drops in their previous KvK? Hey, didn't 93 win their previous KvK? I thought they did win the last KvK. Okay, 71 on the right hand side have a bit more control, but 1965 is fighting back. It's not like 1965 is wrapped in. As you can see, there's a big sort of ball going on here, and we do see 71 coming from the right hand side. Now, for whatever weird reason, the flags are same color. Like, Lilith has to do something better about the flags somehow. I don't know. Like, they need to come up with more colors. There are 2 flags next to each other, same color, seriously? So I don't know who is putting the new flag up. So someone's trying to put a new flag up, and that flag is probably going to be under attack. Oh, actually, now I know who is putting the flag up. It's 1671. See that, falcon there? So that's their flag. 1671 trying to put a flag in. So I think over here 1617 is the one that's trying to be aggressive. But then we don't see a rally on the flag. WW1, World War I it is. Okay, so the 71 hasn't necessarily won the right hand side. Now what about the middle sort of area? So middle area, we do see 1965 fort burning, and there's a lot of action here. 71 3Q. Now 71 3Q obviously is from 1671. Yep, they're pushing in quite a bit. What are they trying to do? Burn that flag? Probably. They got the king skill. They're doing a new flag. Now new flag surrounds that a little bit more, but it's not like they can double rally. Oh, rally coming in, and king skill again. So we got Gilgamesh Nebu versus Zenobia and let's see, Zenobia and Flavius. Now 71 does have full field control here, so that archer rally should really be successful. The only question is, did they bring enough archer reinforcements? So as long as there's enough archer reinforcements, that rally should survive. Now did we get a report? No. We did request two brothers over here. Hopefully we get a reply. We'll show you the reports when we do, if we do. Most times, you know what happens though? The next day, I get the reports after I close the stream, and then the next day when I'm streaming, I think about, okay, I'm gonna show it today, but then it becomes pointless. Like, when was that report from? Okay, now heavy swarm coming in. I don't know whether the flag is down enough to start the heavy swarm, but then, you know, they're going for it. Reason why I'm saying I'm not too sure whether the flag is down enough is because you see how the swarmer health is. Actually now it's not going down as much anymore, but earlier it was going down pretty fast, so it kind of felt like the flag was quite full still. But either way, they're still swarming. Make archers great again. Well, archers gonna be pretty great pretty soon, man. So in like a week or 2 weeks time, when the new update comes in, we are gonna be hit with 3 new legendary archer commanders. Now one of them is gonna be for early game, right? Tutmosis is gonna be for early game, and then obviously he will make a good pair with YSG early game. And for late game, we are gonna get Boudica and Henry, and there's new archer epic as well. So archers are probably gonna be great again with all those archers coming out. Now some of those guys swarming, they got low health, they're, you know, refreshing and all. The rest of the guys swarming, you definitely need a swarm to take down the Flavius, but then at the same time you need to make sure there's enough reinforcements for the archers. A part of me kind of feels like there's not enough marches for us to be convinced that that rally is gonna have enough reinforcements. So that rally may actually get cancelled. But either way, we are gonna message and ask. So let's see if we can get the report. Now, did the rally get cancelled? Looks like the rally got cancelled. The rally got cancelled and they're still swarming the flag. That's not smart at all. Ooh, a lot of people are calling for a retreat, so maybe you should retreat. Because now you're just getting dead troops for no reason. So the flag survived. Oh my god. Trajan died. And these guys look happy. So was he the garrison? He's online at least, right? Let's message and see if we can get the garrison report. Okay, so far we're not getting lucky. But that guy was online, maybe we can. Okay, now let's keep going through the map and see what's happening, everywhere else. Okay, so quite a bit of action here. 71 versus 1501 here. I see a lot of 71 marches kind of walking back. They're doing new flags and everything. Did they just burn something? That kind of looks like they just burned something. Yep, they did. That fort. Kettle the Great. The swarm from 671, that wasn't smart. Yep. I don't think that was smart either. They started swarming a little too early and they didn't cancel when the rally got cancelled. I mean, and then like you kind of need to go with more marches. 1671 is Imperium, so they should be able to afford more marches to support the rally. But at the same time, they're fighting in so many places. So maybe we can kind of ignore not having enough marches, but the swarm, it's like pointless. The big Imperium KvK that you're fighting, you're gonna need your marches. Now on the left hand side, as you can see, 1671 has done a good job. So this is fully locked in. On the left hand side, they do have a few forts there, but these forts probably not gonna win much. So when the fighting is over here, when it's over as in done, 1671 can come and start burning. They're slowly burning anyways, so whatever's happening on this side probably doesn't mean as much. Okay, now let's go back and have a look at the fighting here. Now, was it here? No, it wasn't here. It was here? No, here. Yeah, here. So, Raids rallying with Attila and Nevsky. And the Zenobia flag is under pressure. Now that Zenobia flag is vulnerable because it's still not up. And it's gonna get burned as soon as it's done, because the marches are gonna come out and the rally is not gonna be cancelled by that time unless the rally is swarmed down. Can they swarm it down? Race against time, and the rally got swarmed down. 16 seconds left. 16 seconds. If they could keep it up, they would get a little burn on that flag. But then that's not like that much of an achievement, because you can burn it. I mean, they can repair it if you don't have the numbers. But then the flag is almost up now. 1 second left. Yep, flag up. Is there a march around from race to just put a burn on? Nope, they can reinforce. So that flag is safe. But what that flag does now is, that means there's quite a few flags from race that's gonna be under pressure. Raise as in 1965. So all these 1671 marches, surely they're gonna start rallying that flag, and we can see the scouting kind of going on. That's a dead Saladin. We mean that scout there. Booty rocking everywhere during KvKs. Nurul Islam, thank you both for streaming this weekend. Nurul Islam, you're most welcome, and thank you for being on the chat. Now, we got quite a few people in the stream. I often forget to remind this, so if you're enjoying the action, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're a small channel, and the likes and the subscribes kind of tell us that we should keep going. Otherwise, it's kind of depressing to kind of do videos, and we can't tell whether people are enjoying it or not. So would be much appreciated if you can drop a like and a subscribe. Now, as much as we thought 1671 was gonna push in towards that flag, we do see more of the fighting taking place here. So Raze definitely has, I don't know whether to say that they got a bigger presence, but they at least have an equal presence. So this side, this area looks like it's kind of equally fought. Again, Lilith, seriously, you have to give everyone the same color? Like, why you confuse us? And what about this flag in the middle? This was under pressure earlier, right? This is the one where we saw the bed swarming take place. So 71 still have a lot of marches. It's actually mostly 71. So now 71 definitely has a lot more presence there. We see the rally coming in, and it's Gilgamesh and Nebu again. Probably the best choice against that Zenobia and Flavius. Now all depends on if you have enough reinforcements, and of course on top of that you need to start swarming when the flag starts coming down a little bit. Now 1965 does have a lot of cities around, so it's quite easy to reinforce that flag. Now, because it's Flavius, you gotta keep it all infantry. So as long as they don't run out of infantry, they can kind of keep garrisoning that. We didn't ask the rally leader for the report last time, did we? It's a different rally leader. Alright, King's Kill coming in. 1671 has a good king. Consistently keeps the King's Kills up. GT 1860 terrible, nearly being locked in zone 4. GT, I think 1860 is winning ground back or down south, right? So they gave up on the top right hand area, but then the bottom area against 1021, they're kind of gaining ground back, I think. We'll go back and check. Like, as in, we'll keep checking whilst we're live streaming. Now the swarm is on. Now in terms of the marches that are swarming, we do see the important animation in terms of the swarm. Guess which animation is the most important when you're swarming? One of the swarming marches. What do you guys think is the most important march to have when you're swarming? PN1 flags are burning south side. South side? Yeah, they got some flags burning, yes. But then they're in some areas, because we're just having a look, because there are some areas where they're kind of pushing out as well. So it's definitely not the case that 1860 is winning, but it's kind of in the balance now. It looks like it can go either way. I think they got it. Yes, they got it. And they're changing commanders. Yes, this time, very good job. So the rally didn't get cancelled and the swarm was consistent. As you can see, they had a lot of marches around as well. So that definitely worked out for them. Okay, now this we know is burning. Is this burning? I think we saw this burning earlier. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna take one quick look at this area again. And unless we see a rally on either side, we're gonna go and take a look at 1860 again, because they were kind of fighting non-stop over there. 1021 and 1860. GT, they shouldn't be struggling so hard. Sorry guys, I'm muting myself every few seconds. Sneeze and cough, influenza. So now I'm gonna try to finish reading GT's sentence again. They shouldn't be struggling so hard, though even both top side and bottom side alliances combined, 1860 is stronger. Well, 1021 is Imperium, right? I mean, the top right hand side, 2-2, looks like they're just standing there. Anyone gonna push it? So 2224 is definitely not that strong. I mean, power wise, that's what I meant. But then 1021 is strong, not as strong as 1860, but not bad. But then 1021 did show a lot of fighting spirit yesterday and the day before, so we'll see whether they can keep it up today. We get any reports? Nope, no luck today. All right, you guys are not gonna be fighting here. It doesn't look like. I mean, now this guy is scouting. Are you gonna rally? Why scout if you're not gonna rally? Admiral, hello, good evening, Admiral. Hey man, how are you going? Good to have you on chat, mate. Now they're being quite slow. A lot of people scouting, but just scouting. We're gonna go take a look at 1860 again and 1021. There's surely more action here. Where is it again? Over here. So much action. Okay, let's start looking from the right hand side again. 1021 burning. $10.21 burning. But these are not, I'm guessing these are not their strong alliances. These are more like support alliances they were using to block the area in. But either way, burning. And everything is burning there. So 1860, when they focused on this side, they're kind of pushing in, at least on the right hand side. But then this is probably where it's main alliance fighting main alliance. And because of the river, we don't see any action here. I don't think we're gonna see much action here. At the river, they're fighting a lot. At the crossing, at the bridge, I mean. And there are things that are rallyable. So this flag, it's repairing. So not burning, so there could be rallies there. And that's repairing as well. Now at the pass, who has more marches? It kind of looks even. DN obviously has quite a bit at top, and then B21 has quite a bit at the bottom. So the pass is kind of evenly fought. Are you sick, bro? Hey man, yeah, I got influenza, so nothing serious. It's just cold and flu, and I'm kind of locked in my study because the wife doesn't let me come out just so that I don't get the kids sick. So that's why I'm kind of lonely and sad, and this is why we're streaming despite being sick. Not that I'm that dedicated, it's just I got nothing better to do. No, not that I don't like spending time with you guys and watching KvK Action, so obviously, you know, a bit of that as well. Okay, so I don't think there's gonna be an easy rally situation here because of the pass and no one can push in, but then 1860 is still gonna try to rally. Let's see if the rally can make it here. Now the rally will make it here, but the reinforcements are probably gonna struggle to come in. Now they're swarming the rally, maybe not a good idea. Let the rally come, stop the reinforcements. The rally can come and hit, but that's not gonna, you know, make or break it anyways. Without reinforcements, the rally is obviously gonna go down, and it's quite easy for these guys to keep the flag full. So this is what has happened the last time when we look at this screen as well, right? (1021) smartly just blocking the reinforcements, let the rally come in, and the rally without reinforcements has to be cancelled. On the way back, they can kind of swarm the marches. Okay, this is what's happening over here. So this is evenly fought. What about here? So that's repairing. That's full health. Who is doing the new flag? (1021) doing the new flag. Does (1021) have more numbers here? Yeah, looks like they do. But on the left, yeah, actually maybe it looks like even numbers. So whose flag is that? That's 1603. Now 1603 plus 1021. I don't think 1860 has enough numbers there. Now keep in mind, this is not a good time for 1860. I mean, this is not their prime time. They come online a little bit later as well. Where did we see two flags burning earlier? I thought this is where the two flags were burning. Okay, so the two flags that were burning, they're repairing already, and we're not seeing renewed action here. Now, based on the numbers they have, shouldn't they be rallying those flags again? Because if they don't keep rallying, then 1860 is gonna come down here, and 1603 is a little weaker compared to 1021. 1603 is probably not Imperium either, so 1860 can kind of push them away unless these guys are keeping the pressure up here. Hunts 1021 proved themselves in Osiris League, and now they're proving themselves in KvK. True masters of strategy and organization. Yep, 1021 playing very good. Can't deny. Nabil, hello everyone. Hello everyone. How what is going? 1860 pushing against. So 1860 is trying to push against 1603 now. Now they're kind of having a decent amount of success against 1603. But then when it comes to 1021 is holding on or resisting the aggression pretty good actually. So see how DN has pushed in all the way here. So if 1021 wants their allies flag not to burn, they gotta go this way and they have to start rallying. Doesn't look like they're ready to do that. They were doing it a little earlier though. Okay, let's go around and see what else do we see. Now that fort got burnt whilst we were streaming. And up top, actually that's it. There's no more action here. Oh, there is action up top. Okay. So that's 1603, I think, is it? Yep, that's 1603. But then most of the marches I see here are DN, which is 1860. So 1860 definitely have a lot of numbers here. They can probably push here and burn that flag immediately if they want. All they need is one rally leader on this side. 1603 definitely doesn't have the numbers here right now. And they're pushing in. Can you show condition 5, 6, 15? You mean 1556 Friday? Which one is 566? New mail came in 4 minutes ago. What are they talking about? Egypt. Now we know all about Egypt. We did a video about it as well, on top of the Rise of Kingdoms official ones. So we do have a bit more details from the Vietnamese version translated, on which we did the video. So if you haven't checked it out, it definitely has more information than the English official channel. New commanders, so we made a list of their skills as well, so video out on that as well. Alliance quiz, okay, yep, we heard about it. 7-day login, so you log in for 7 days and you get Tutmosis, the new commander. There's a lot happening. The Esmeralda, I hate that Esmeralda event. So where like you can spring like 3 wheels, spin 3 wheels, and you never get anything. Arms training. Now arms training is pretty fun, and we do have a couple of videos on arms training, how to get good scores there, so definitely check that out. If something changes, we'll do a new video as well. Sharp eye and quick hands. Now the wife loves that. I hate that. I'm not good with puzzles. Zenith of power. The city skin is not that great, so not that excited. Improvements in migration. They make like so many changes with migration. I don't think there's a big change here. Is there? No rules have been changed. Okay, if there's no rule changed, why do you have so many things written here? If no rules change, then we're not reading this. Desert Conquest, really don't care. Hey, we do care about this. Adjusted the times that different difficulty levels become available for trial of KvK. Now that is very important. We want KvK to happen a little earlier all the time, so that by Kingsland you get most of the crystals out of KvK. Lost Kingdom Chronicles changed opening time, certain passes, okay. Change difficulty rewards for certain achievements, okay. Use troop return scrolls during Relentless Warrior. So Relentless Warrior, that's the other one. That's like Hall of Heroes for early KvK, right? So we're not playing early KvK, so we don't care that much. Improve the content of notification message. Yes, okay. What item will be recycled and what compensation will be given? Okay, so detailed explanation. Thank you. So a lot of people doesn't know what's the ratio for your crystals being converted into what's it called? unused crystal into coins. Now we do have a short video as well on what the ratio is. It doesn't say it anywhere, but in that video we calculated and we mentioned, but it looks like they will put it in the mail as well. Other optimization. You can now see what equipment primary commander is wearing when troop dispatch change it directly. Great for rally and garrison. When troops are defeated, continuous buffs and debuffs inflicted will turn no longer. Yeah, we read that before as well. So one troop doesn't count anymore. One troop debuffs. So you can't do Tomiri's one troop and what's his name? Chandra. You will now be notified when your city comes under attack during scenario battles such as Siruli and Ians. Alright, man. That means so much. Quest chest obtaining after maxing out Season of Conquest, event crystal quest reliability cycle for season maxing out. Quest chest obtained after. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you can't carry the crystal chests over to the next one. I mean, I wish I could, but okay. It is what it is. So nothing that important. The most important thing there, I think, was how KvK worked. They're gonna change the time. Okay, so they're just that I accidentally clicked on the space button on my keyboard, so that's why we went back to home KD. Sorry, we're going back to the map again. Where was it? Here. Okay, so we were looking at up top. There wasn't like real fighting going on. I think this is where a lot of flags converge, and this is where we'll see the action. And as we look at the action, that flag probably got burned. Yep, that did. So guys, this is where, like, I know 1021 has been playing pretty good and all, but isn't this exactly what we were thinking? Like 1860, if you're not rallying these two flags, like it doesn't matter if you're standing there, but if you're not rallying those flags, they have the capability or the opportunity to come down and burn that flag. 1603 is not Imperium, they're your allies, you kind of have to support through. Now that you took so much time to do the rallies and just standing there for no reason, 1860 can go surround you and you're gonna die here, I guess. So doesn't that kind of look pointless? I don't know. I mean, even if you don't die there, but still, like, you just let a flag burn. Yeah, 1603 should kind of know how to defend their own flag, but then 2 Imperium KDs, 1 small KD, like, what do you expect? Zonkers, get well soon, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you. I hope I get better soon as well. Now that 1860 has a slightly better number advantage here, I think this is gonna be quite delayed, the rally attack on those 2 flags. And this is where they're not fighting, right? Now this is where they're holding the pass. This is where they're, or not pass as in bridge. This is the bridge fighting going on. This is where the rallies are not making through either way. So the rally makes through, but no one can send reinforcements. This is an interesting fighting taking place here. So, okay, that's the pass fighting. And this is the area where, because of the river, there could be no fighting. And this is where 1860 is kind of burning through. Oops. Still burning through, not much action. Yeah. Still burning through, not much action. Okay, let's have a look at the 1671 side again. And then if there's a lot of action, we look at that. If there isn't, then we go and take a look at the 1556 KvK again. So today we are just going around all over the KvK, all the KvKs, 3 KvKs, kind of checking wherever the action is. Now 1671 has taken up a good position on the left. So earlier we saw a lot of 1965 raised marches around. I don't see those raised marches anymore because 1671 has taken full control of the field, and we got a Nevsky primary. All right, who is the secondary? Nevsky Bertrand. Okay, so we got a Nevsky Bertrand rally on a Zenobia and Flavius, I think, based on the animation. And the rally got cancelled? So to take that down, you probably need the Archer rally. And you need to keep the field presence, or bring it in again when you're rallying again. Johnny Teo, hi Ladus, my favorite streamer in RoK. Johnny Teo, one of my favorite members in the RoK chat based on that comment. Miss Irene, yo Ladus, how you doing? Hey man, hey miss, I'm going alright. I got a little cold, so kind of sound funny probably, and muting myself every now and then to sneeze and cough, but otherwise alright. Checking out the action. Okay, so this rally again is gonna take a while because they just failed one at least 5 minutes, so we'll come back on that side again a little bit later. What about here? That flag was burning. Is it still burning? That is still burning. Has anyone managed to push in? Raise kind of came down a little bit, not with much success. Ooh, that is burning. Is there a backup here? Nope, there isn't. So they're gonna let that burn down. That I just saw something random there. I think we saw a, what's his name? Honda in garrison. Now who is RR? RR is 1965. Okay, so that's gonna burn out. But then this is burning out as well from 1671. And this is burning as well. A lot of things burning here. Now there's a big ball, 1671 on the left. And 1965 bowling up on the right as well. Why are you guys bowling up? They're trying to rally this? Probably. So Raze is kind of fighting over here as well. So they're gonna rally one of these flags, right? But this may take a while as well, because with those marches, kind of similar numbers, it's not like you can get a burn on with similar numbers nowadays with the garrison meta and all. Miss Irene, 1671 doing pretty good, it seems. Yep, 1671 is doing pretty good. Muhammad Ashraf, can you show 556 254 coalition difference? So we did a calculation earlier at the start. Sorry, is RoK PC and just loaded for me. I love your stream. Oh god, why is this happened to me? Still streaming, brother. For stream if you want. So Muhammad Ashfaq with 1556 and 1254, apparently 1556 had more Imperium power. Now I couldn't check the Imperium power because you need access to paid things, paid service providers to get that access, and I don't have that access, so I couldn't check the Imperium power. But what I did check on day one before any of those KDs were fighting is, if you count the main alliances, by main alliances I mean alliances over say 8 billion power on each side, then 1254 had like 3 billion power more than 1556. So I think that's what you're asking, right? Miss Irene, 2345 winning on their side. Yep, so 2345 went in towards 1671, and 1671 didn't even come out that way. So when I say didn't come out, I think they came out for like a little bit on day one, but they're not fighting there at all. So 1671 is kind of blocked in on that side. And the only reason why I say they came out maybe for like a day is because that flag. So by the time I checked this KvK, 71 didn't have any presence on the left, which is probably a good call, because here 93 from the top and 1671 from the south, they can lock in a camp, so that's probably not a bad call. Now 1671, rather than flag on the left, they're focusing on this flag. So we see a lot of marchers walking in. You know what that means? That means there's going to be a rally coming in pretty soon. And Rays at the moment, they don't necessarily have enough numbers to challenge that. Now let's see if Starstruck has given us, this flag was next to me. So Starstruck has shared a report. Let's check that out. That's a Zenobia report. Zenobia and Flavius, and that's one of the reports that we definitely wanted to check out. So how does that report look? If you look at the power loss, quite similar. It's actually quite good on either side. I mean, quite even on either side, whether it be deads or power loss on everything. Now let's check the troops. I just want to see if they managed to keep all infantry, or did they somehow, you know, do a mix and that's how it got ruined. It does look like mostly infantry. I'm not gonna scroll down all the way. We scrolled enough and looked all infantry, and this obviously is gonna be all archers. No, it is all archers, sorry, yeah. And let's check the troop buffs. For infantry, maybe the health is a little, not maybe, the health is a little low. LADUS stop being like too generous. That's a bad that's a bad case and very low health. Sorry. And then in terms of the archers, not the greatest actually either. And this is not an archer focus player. This guy is infantry focused though. Big difference in all damage. Alright, it is what it is. And we thank Starstruck for sharing the report. Thanks again, brother. Again, bro. Now, did we have a rally? We have a rally. What rally is that? That's a Cav rally. We got XY and Nevsky versus Zenobia and Flavius. So this is gonna be hard to take down. So when we know that they're using Flavius on this flag and this flag, shouldn't we be rallying with archers? That Cav really doesn't do well against Flavius. I don't know. Gusty, 1860 overrated. I think they're strong. I don't think they're 1556, 1254 level strong. So I never rated them that high to say that they're overrated, but they're a strong KD. Miss Irene, 2345 winning over their side. Yes, we answered that. Yep, no point going that side. Spark Drive, it's Tutmose viable in 2022. Early game, yes. Late game, probably no. So if you think about it, for KvK 1, 2, 3, like, who do you pair your YSG with? Alex, with infantry. Sometimes you put it behind Saladin. But how many people uses, what's his name? Elcid, no one. So basically now you have someone decent to pair your YSG with. So if you're talking about early 3 KvKs, he looks pretty good. Probably not for after though. I mean, like, he's not gonna be horrible in Season of Conquest. He's still gonna be alright. Way better than other early game commanders. So yeah, now they're looking at each other for a very long time now. Like, they're looking at each other for the last 10 minutes. Only Archer rally with Gilganebu trades better. Miss Irene, yes, exactly. So they're consistently doing the Cav rallies. That kind of doesn't make sense. Like, by consistently, I mean twice. Like, it's not like you tried the same thing again and then based on the initial rally, XY now learns how to be better. That's not how it works, right? Okay, so 1021 over here did get a burn on the first one. Now the second one, it looks like they're going to get a burn on as well because there isn't enough 1860 marches around. So what is this? XY again, and then the Zenobia has a Flavius. I kind of feel like a lot of people didn't there's less Archer rally leaders than there's Cav rally leaders. And if you look at the Cav rally pair, if you're talking about XY and Nevsky or Attila and Nevsky, either way, all of them are very good for field as well. Gilgamesh is pretty bad for field, so I maxed Gilgamesh on my main account. I tried him against with the different pairs in open field, and he kind of does pretty disappointing. So that's one other thing. Like, if you rally commanders, you kind of expect to be able to use them in field, but with Gilgamesh, that's not the case. Nebu is good, but with Gilgamesh, that's not the case. So maybe a lot of people were smart. They were not like me. They didn't go into Gilgamesh wisely, but then you kind of need him to rally. Well, at least for now, but then when Henry and Boudica comes, like, Henry is obviously marked as a rally leader by Lilith with the conquering tree and everything, but then Boudica kind of doesn't look bad either. Like, she may be decent in rally as well. We'll find out when it comes out, I guess. Now, you know what would have been funny? Because I'm muting myself every now and then, if I had myself on mute for the last 10-15 minutes and just realized now. I got scared for a little bit and I just checked the mic. Nope, I'm not mute. I can't hear myself, so I don't know when I'm mute and when I'm not. Actually, I can look at the stream and I can tell. The microphone thing goes up and down. Okay, I can tell. Now, after that flag started burning, someone was asking earlier, is 1603 being present? So after that flag started burning, or during when the flag was burning, 1603 didn't have that much of a presence. And now even here, like, whilst 1021 is burning these two flags and they're keeping 1860 occupied, shouldn't they be rallying this flag? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, just because you look pretty doesn't mean that's all good. You still need to rally this. Now the swarming hasn't even started yet. With the cav rally, you definitely would need the swarm. But then maybe the rally hasn't come down enough. And we do see quite a bit of 1860 here. Now, if 1603 was rallying this at the same time, only if, then you would have at least one of these flags burning already. But 1021, after looking after this flag, they can probably then rally this as well, right? Yep, they can. It's touching. Now, they didn't get the burn. Despite all the presents, they didn't get the burn, and I blame it on the cav rally. It's not that just with the archer rally you can probably get down a flag. Still need the swarm, but it's easier. Okay, so again they're gonna take a bit more time to get their rally going. And let's see, 1603, maybe they focused here, did they? Okay, so the good thing is from 1603 point of view, the fighting is not on the left hand side, the fighting is over here where we got a Pakal Herald. This is why 1607 wasn't present there, because they're trying to push in this way. And for a non-Imperium KD, maybe it's hard to focus on two different areas. Not maybe, like I know for a fact that it's hard, right? So they got the Pakal Herald, which is not gonna trade very positively against a Zenobia and YSS. Pakal Herald actually doesn't take that down. So the Pakal Herald may be cancelled. The only benefit is it can't be swarmed. Now it's not like you're rallying a flag, you're rallying a fort. So probably can't do it with Pakal Herald. But 1603 does have decent numbers here. They actually have pretty decent numbers here. Okay, now 1860, I mean not 1860 is gonna have a hard time pushing in, even though they're just focused on one area now. 1021 is pretty strong. They're gonna be having a hard time pushing in. Now, if at this stage, if I had to put my money in, I would prefer not to, but if I have a gun to my head saying, you know, put a bet on either side, I still would probably put it on 1860 to be able to push in. This is not 1860 prime time, so they come online a little bit later. But based on how well 1021 played, I think I want 1021 to win, just based on how well they played. Okay. Now, we kind of looked through this map quite a bit. These are the only two areas where fighting is taking place. So 1021 versus 1860, and on the right hand side we got 1595 versus 1595 versus 1671, fighting around this area and the middle area. So they're gonna pressure this flag. They have put, okay, rally coming in. Okay, this is the last rally we're gonna watch, guys, and then we're gonna take a look at 1556 again. Now it's a cav rally again, and you know it's a Zenobia. But they're still going with cav. Okay. Well, you need a very heavy swarm then. Now this is probably better because this is XY and Nevsky. Now that flag got a XY Nevsky, but this flag earlier had a Nevsky and Bertrand rallying it. So XY Nevsky is definitely gonna do more damage than the Bertrand. Him KJ, they might be fighting on the other side.
Who are you talking about him, KJ man? Like as in Archer rally leaders? Tien Viet Q. Hey Ladus, hey man, good to have you here. Guys, just a reminder again, don't forget to drop a like and a subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel already, and if you like the action that you're seeing, please drop a like. For small content creators like ourselves, likes and subscribes means a lot. That gives us the motivation to keep going. So likes and subscribes much appreciated. Now the swarm isn't on yet. And Raze is kind of fighting back. For some reason, 1671, some marches are going back still. Now the other sort of question is, do they have enough caps there to keep it full? It's not like they have a lot of marches, so there's a good chance this rally gets cancelled as well. RoK King Tamil. Hi bro. Hey man, how are you going? Now Raze is porting in new cities. They're gonna try to keep it up. Now I feel like 1671 doesn't have enough marches to keep it full. They have enough marches maybe to start a swarm, but I don't think they have enough marches to kind of keep the rally full. So I think we're gonna see the rally getting cancelled pretty soon. Like if Raze comes in and starts a little swarm, then the rally comes down. And the rally comes down either way. And definitely it wasn't good trades. Now 1671 here lost a flag. They're redoing the flag, and those two. Oh, there's a rally on here. Now this is a better rally. So this is where the Archer rally leader is being used. So the Archer rally leader going against a Zenobia with a heavy swarm king skill and all sorts of marches around. So 1671 is winning. Now guys, 1671 is fighting a lot and they're winning. So 1671 is roughly equivalent to 1860, I think, at the moment, based on what they have left in their tank. But then the two untouched KDs are 1034 on 1860 side, and on 1671 side you got 1093 intact. So 1093 definitely a big fighter KD. And then you have 1034 1v, who I have never seen lose. So this KvK, regardless of how the initial zone kind of goes, is gonna be insanely intense throughout the end of this KvK. So we're definitely gonna keep quite a lot of focus on this. However, for now, I want to go and have a look at the 1671 KvK. I don't think there's going to be a lot of action there now though, but I'm going to go and check it out anyways because some people did ask earlier. So let's go take a look at 1556 again. RC, hi LADUS, just want to ask, is the crystal item reward from KvK can be used on the next KvK? Hey man, no. So KvK the crystal that you get, they don't transfer over to next KvK, they get claimed. So you gotta use it up during the same KvK. Now guys, let's change the mini map as well. Don't want to see that. We want to see 1556. So we are back to 1556, 1254 KvK. We just want to check if 1556 is kind of up now. They were not up earlier. Looks like they are. I see good father. Let's check his kills. So his kills since yesterday hasn't gone up that much. So he hasn't been fighting a lot in KE. And he's just guarding there, making sure that fort is still burning and their flag is not burning. But if that's burning already, it's not like he can burn anything else, can he? Oh, they can burn this. Oh no, they can't. Sorry, they can't burn it. So then I don't know why he's standing there. On this side, this is repairing. They have a flag. They had that flag since yesterday, 1556. We got 4 VN online as well. Okay, so we are in 1556 online time now, I guess. We see the bigger players kind of, Bo Yusuf is there as well. So we do see all the bigger players kind of, being online. Thor, when will 1556 past 6 open? I think sometime Monday, man. Okay, so other than this area where they have pushed in a little bit, their progress here is halted. Yep, like no one's kind of pushing in here. Everyone's in peace over here. No one pushing, no one. And on the other past 5, that's repairing. So there was a push, but not anymore. Yeah, no one kind of pushing, no one on this side either. They're just holding ground. So any hope of action is over here. So we are gonna give, no, not there, sorry. But here. So we're gonna give this few minutes to see if we start seeing rallies and stuff. If we do, then we're gonna stick here. If we don't see rallies, then we're gonna go over to the 1860 KvK again. Phantoms there. Now a lot of 1556 players are sending marches there. Now why are they sending marches there? To do what? It's not like they can place a fort here, can they? What would they achieve? You got a flag there, you could have forted there already. I don't know. And surely on the map there's no empty places where they can do anything. Okay, they're going back. Yeah, but then Baba is coming here as well. There has to be a marker here, right? Now, do we want to see Baba's stats? 24. Baba is going up quite a bit. He has been fighting last few days. He got 3 million dead troops in the last 4 sort of days, I think. So he definitely has been fighting. Guys, someone tell me, why would you be gathering here? What's the strategic importance here? This fort has a long time to burn out. So it's not to do with, okay, when this fort burns, then you flag here, whatever. This has a long time to go. So Phantom standing here, Baba standing here, Good Father was here earlier, like standing just over here, rather than here. And Good Father beating the shit out of that Nebu.
And now that XY. Let's check Good Father marches. No, actually, that's not how you check it. So you need to see the skill animation for the secondary. So he's using CPO and Alex and Guan and Leo. Oh no, that's a different guy. That's not Good Father anymore. Sorry. He went all the way up. Where is he standing? He's getting ready for that fort rally. And over here, Poe is standing here at that flag. See, more and more people are going here to the already burning fort. A fort that has a long time to burn out. Manji 28 2224 is here. 2224. 2224 is from the 1860 KvK, right? So if you're from 2224, you guys are having a good time. You have managed to push in the top side quite a bit. I mean 1860 on the top side quite a bit. So you won that zone now. So well done. Don't understand. Okay, now some players are coming over here. We got people scouting, so maybe we see some action on that flag soon, hopefully. Good Father is refreshing one march, and that's XY. You know why? Because everyone targets the XY and it dies. That's why. And marches from here, going down here, then here, but some coming back. There's zero possibility of having a space now where they can fort. So it can't be a fort thing. They're going there to kill farmers. They're going there to kill farmers. That is all. And then they targeted him. Rather than walking up there, no, they did walk up there. This guy is just online and he knows what's happening. That is all. Okay, let's look back at the fort. Guys, I think we saw more action in that other KvK. 1556 still needs more time to wake up. Yep, these guys, they're going there to kill farmers as well. Is that phantom guy is the king from 1307? I don't think so. I'm not too sure actually. Is he? He could be. So that 1307 phantom has a lot of accounts all over the place. Could be, I don't know, to be honest, man. Actually, check his stats. Pretty decent stats. Could be.
556 is taking 2244 personally. 2244. No, 1307 is Mad Phantom. Oh, okay, yep. Not the same guy. Shakla, hey bro, hey man, how are you going? So guys, we got Baba online standing here. We got 4 online standing here. We got Good Father standing here. So big sort of names are all online and standing here, but I don't see action. I don't see a rally. If I don't see a rally, why are we watching this? Why are we not going back to the other KvK where we had action? This is not action. This is called Kahar's Treasure. The most action we have right now on this stream is the action music. So the music has more action than what we can see on the stream. And Good Father kind of walking back all the way on the side. David, show map please. Yep, we can do that. So 1556 has that pass 5 still, but haven't managed to push in further from that pass 5. They have mountain hop a little bit here, and they're kind of peacefully coexisting with 2100. And on the right hand side they have pushed in quite a bit, but now I'm pretty sure this is not their uptime, so they're kind of, you know, have some defensive marches here, but they're not necessarily, you know, pushing in anywhere. But if I scroll out, then you can see this is the only area where there is action in this KvK. 1556 versus 2100 and 2244. No other action till pass 6. So last sort of look before we go into back to the 1860 KvK FRRH, but let's just see where they were going. See a lot of them coming down south. Is it just to do open field fighting? Is that it? Do they see like a city that they can... Is there something touching beyond the mountain? No. This is not touching. Ruli Rosadi. Really hope they can do something to help 1556. Okay, so 1148 Imperium again. Yeah, 1148 got to Imperium again, but then they're like borderlining Imperium. I think they go on and off Imperium. I don't think they're strong though. I know you said you hope they can help out 1556 in Kingsland. I mean, only if the only way they can help is 1148 plus 1256 if they can manage to handle, not just handle 1228, they have to defeat 1228 and then some more and fight 1254. So that's kind of a big ask. I don't think 1148 is that strong AKD. They didn't choose to not fight on day one. They chose to fight and they got wrapped up like very fast. So I kind of think they're not very strong. Okay, so 1556, remember how we were saying there's a marker and they're standing here? That's to do with kind of defending this. And I think 2244 has been rallying it, and then 1556 kind of gets easy kill from the rally cancellation, and rally is kind of trying to come back. So everything here from 2244 is kind of gonna be smashed. Okay, let's check the Good Father marches again, if we can tell what he's using. So we got Gilgamesh. Already a bad call. I mean, maybe his Gilgamesh is different to mine. My Gilgamesh does pretty bad in the field. Really, yup. Okay. Yeah, this is not likely to be action. So guys, because we started streaming early today, so we have been kind of varying our stream time a little earlier, a little later, mostly around Asian time zones, because I'm streaming from Sydney, so that's Asian time. So most of the times I'm streaming, we're not going to see 1556 in high action, because a lot of them are European, Middle Eastern time zone. So we're not going to see much action unless we're streaming pretty late, and today we're streaming pretty early. So I think today we're gonna spend most of the time here, because 10:21 my time zone, and they're doing pretty bad rallies for some reason, and they insist on doing cav rallies on Zenobia and Flavius. So this is not gonna go that well either. Like whatever you did there, can't do here. Not really. Ruli Rusadi, bro, do you think 1446 can help 1556 later? To be honest, man, it depends a lot on 1556. So 1246 is wrapped up by 1246 is at the moment surrounded and wrapped up by 1254. So 1446 can't come out as long as 1254 is wrapping around them. And then if 1556 can draw 100% focus from 1254, only then 1446 can try to come out. So it's not going to be easy, it's going to be quite hard. And if it was 1556 versus 1254 in the next zone, just 1v1, then yeah, sure, 1556 can keep 1254 busy, maybe even win a 1v1, whatever. But there's 2244 still Imperium there, and 2100 still there, so I don't think 1556 can even draw full attention from 1254. So based on that, 1446 probably doesn't get to come out. The last rally reports. I should say rally report, garrison report. If I say reports, I guess it doesn't make sense. Now that Batran rally just doesn't have enough damage. Doesn't have enough punch, so you gotta swarm a lot more. Do we see the swarm coming in yet? Probably not. I mean, if the flag is full, then no. Then it's gonna be quite challenging to start swarming. Ruli Rosadi. So ITS 1556 against the world. By ITS you mean it's yes. Yes, it's kind of like that in that KvK. So 1556 has to fight 3 kingdoms. 1556 does have the ability to fight 3 normal kingdoms, but then if one of them is 1254 who has more power than them, then probably not. I mean, power has a, you know, weight. So 2 Imperium versus 1. So 2 Imperium plus 1 non-Imperium versus 1 Imperium. You know how that's gonna go. Our 1860 flag is burned again. So that's burnt already. Now this one, I don't think they can get a burn now. So there's a good chance they'll cancel the rally now that the counter rally came in. Yep. So I think we know the solution. You gotta start going archer, and then you need to swarm a lot, and that's the only way to take down Flavius. But then we're seeing like cav rallies. So what about this side? 60. They're giving up on that flag. 1603. Now 1603 was having a decent fight here, and from 1603's point of view, the good thing is it's still not on their territory. They're still kind of pushing in, which is great. Now they're rallying. With Pakal Herald. Pakal Herald as a single rally should never be able to take down a Zenobia and YSS fort. It's not a flag, it's a fort, so it has more troops than the rally. Pakal Herald does the least damage out of all the rallies. So I don't see that coming down. But either way, at least 1603 is keeping quite a bit from 1860 busy up top. Ruli Rosadi, why did you say ITS? I say ITS because I thought it's like an alliance, because you know how 3 letters and capital and all that. That's why. Tin Riz, report please. So today we have been quite unlucky, and you only got 1 report from 1 guy, and we showed that already. Other than that, this is probably an odd time, and I'm messaging from my smaller account, so I'm not getting a lot of responses. So not getting a lot of reports, man. But then some of the reports, like, it's pointless. So that really lasted, what, like 5 minutes? And you know that it traded bad. So if we get like a significant situation with a long rally, with unique rally garrison and all that, or a high impact rally, we're gonna ask for it. So all the open field fighting here, I'm actually surprised that 1603 is keeping it up that well here. They're not fighting anywhere else. That's the only area they're fighting, true. But then they're kind of doing a decent job. Now that's repairing from 1860, and that's repairing from 1021. So lots of action around this middle area. Now 1021 has come back. They are not necessarily rallying again, so they need to regroup and then consider rallying. So 1 flag, 2 flag, 2 of them not repaired. 2 of them not burning, but this one is burning. And we're gonna take a look at the river crossing situation. So they have been fighting here non-stop for a very long time. So this is the second front between 1860 and 1021. Or is it downtime for 1860? Yes, it is a bit of a downtime. They're mostly European, so they're gonna come online maybe like an hour, couple of hours later, I guess. AA, hello, what do you guys think of Martel Theo or Martel YSS for a city garrison? I like Martel Theo more, but then like as soon as you put a Martel there, unless your city is very high powered, in Season of Conquest it wouldn't do that great. Speaking of city garrison, just today I published 3 city rally videos, like 3 separate videos, only a couple minutes each. So check that out. You'll see some random garrisons there. So we got Artemisia garrison, we got Wuzitan garrison, and then one of them may have been Charles actually as well, so I forgot. But then in general, I don't think Martel is kind of cut out for Season of Conquest anymore. If you're using Martel, then like just don't take the rally, I guess. Or bubble as early, don't get war frenzy. FRR, if 1034 and 1093 face to face, who is gonna win? 1034, 1093, I think 1093 wins a 1v1. I think because 1093 has more number of players, even though each player in 1034 spends a lot more. So I think, not 100% sure though. Truly, bro, what do you think will happen when you meet 1846? So my old account in 1365, we are going to meet 1846, most likely at Kingsland, and then most likely we are gonna get smashed. A lot of it depends though. Like in the earlier zones, I don't know how much 1846 is gonna be drained, because they're gonna be fighting against 4 kingdoms in the next zone. So I think 1365 is gonna fight against 3 kingdoms, but then 1846 is gonna fight against 4 kingdoms. So no one kingdom should really win against 4 kingdoms, but then not only 1846 will win, they will win convincingly. But then whilst they win convincingly, it depends on how much do they get drained. So if they get drained enough, then it's gonna be an interesting fight with a slight chance for 1365 to win. But if they don't get drained enough, then it's gonna be like a, get smashed by 1365. I mean 1365 getting smashed, I think. Like 1365 is a good kingdom with good organization, good strategy, active players, very dedicated players and all of that. But then spending wise, I don't think 1365 matches 1846. Number of players wise, they don't match either. Power wise, they don't match either. So if it's an Ark of Osiris League match, then I'm 100% sure 1365 will win. But if it's a KvK, I don't think they will. Roli Rosadi, can you see the condition on killing leaderboard exact on your KvK? Yes, we can, definitely. We can check that out. So now DN has the ball here. 1603 is kind of split. They kind of don't know who should be doing the rallies. They're going back and forth. Okay, let me find a place where action is taking place, and then I will put the screen there. Okay, so DN kind of tried to calm down a little bit, but they did calm down quite a bit, and their flags are appearing. So 1021 has kind of lost steam here, or maybe because they're trying to focus more on the left. Now there's a barbed fort being rallied so that more cities can TP, I guess. Yeah, so we will keep it here. Actually, the leaderboard is going to take up the whole screen anyways. So ranking, we're going to look at alliance skills maybe. So this is how the alliance skills kind of look like. PJ Cortez, why 1860 give up on the other zone? 1860 was struggling when they were fighting on both zones. So when they were fighting on both zones, they were losing both. So they may have underestimated 1021 a little bit, but now smartly they have decided to focus on one side, which is where they're kind of fighting evenly now. Not necessarily winning, but doing a lot better than before. If they kept going both sides, they probably would have lost both. Okay, so this is how the leaderboard looks like. So there's quite a few 1365 alliances here, but definitely more from 1846. You can obviously see the kingdom numbers here. PJ Cortez, thank you, bro. You're welcome, man. Okay, so alliance kills and then maybe individual kills. But someone wanted to see the kill ranking here. So this is how it kind of looks. Again, quite a few JST or 1365 players here, but then a lot more from 1846. But then from 2329, we have the legend Ronnie at number 7. So the other day, I saw him fighting just outside his city. He was using, I think he made a video about it as well. So their side kind of got wrapped up, obviously, because it's Imperium versus non-Imperium. But then he was fighting a lot. He in his video, I think he said he got 18 million kills on day 1. Now this is his spendy account, so he had 150 plus power, and I think this is his main account based on the kills. I'm pretty sure it's his main account. So this is where he spends a lot. So he has very high tech, actually the highest tech you can have right now, and then good equipment, good everything. So under those settings, if you're doing Pakal Herald and if you're doing Pakal Herald and Attila Takeda or Attila Nevsky, either way you do get a lot of kills. And he was saying he got like 18 in his video, that he got 18 million kills on day 1, and that's in a losing KvK. To be honest, most of the people in 1365 didn't get up to 18 mil, and the reason behind that is you can't do Pakal Herald in a winning situation. Like, no one's gonna swarm you. So you gotta be in a losing situation to be able to do that in the first place. But then, statistically speaking, you should be losing half of your KvKs and losing, winning other half. So you do have a need for Pakal Herald, unless you're unless you're 1v or 1846, where none of them never lose, right? Legend City Hopper. Yep. Now I don't obviously say that in a negative way. City hopping is part of the game, so you do what you do. He actually made a video about it himself, so I'm not like saying something that I noticed only. He made a video where he's saying, I did city hopping for like 24 hours and I got 18 million kills out of it. Now, if I was in a losing KvK, I would do exactly the same thing. Now, sadly, the account that I'm streaming with right now, it doesn't have maxed Pakal Herald or Attila or Takeda, so I can't exactly do it. But in my main account, I have all 4 of those commanders ready, so that in a losing KvK, I can get like 18 million kills in one day as well doing city hopping. So city hopping is part of the game. If you're losing, then that's what you do, just like forts. If you're against the odds, then you do as many forts as you can. There's no point talking negatively about any of these things, because this is what the game allows you to do. So it's not like, it's not like you're a refunder, which is actually a negative thing. Rich Bellico, Ronnie is a beast in field fights. Yep, he is. He's a beast in, many different things. Earlier, when he used to focus on being a rally leader and so on, he used to do pretty good as well. But nowadays, I think he gave up on rally garrison leading mostly, I think, and doing mostly open field. That's something that I'm kind of gonna start focusing on my main account as well. Because trying to stream and, doing rally and garrison at the same time can get a little bit messy, because you gotta be on Discord and all that. But open field fighting, for the duration that you're streaming, you can avoid being on Discord. But if you're rallying or doing rally or garrison leads, then you kind of need to. Attila Nevsky. Yep. Okay, so he was using Attila Nevsky. Attila Nevsky is pretty good as well. But then, yeah, I don't know. Like for city hopping, maybe Attila Takeda is better. But then if you got 18 mil, then Attila Nevsky has to be better, right? Yeah, maybe Attila Nevsky is better for that. Because it's not like he doesn't have Takeda and he chose Attila, so I mean Nevsky, so Chizgul focus on field fight to boost his kill points. Yep, so if you're field fighting, actually let's put it this way, if you're garrisoning, if you're focusing on garrison, then you're gonna get the least kills, because garrison is really annoying. So even when there's no rally, one of your marches is stuck. Now I did, in my main account, I did the big mistake in a way of maxing Amanitore and Artemisia for garrison. So one full KvK, I had one march stuck in garrison, where it's not like I was getting rallied a lot, but I had to have the march there. But on top of that, whenever I got rallied, it's not like I got good trades, because people used XY, and at that time I think people were using, this is before Nevsky, so I think people were more using XY and Chandra, I think. But either way, I didn't get good trades. So one march stuck, not getting good trades, so that was quite annoying. Yes, Chizgul is garrison leader before his KP is quite low. Yeah, so yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I'm not gonna focus on garrison anymore. So in my main account, my Flavius is 1111, because if I max him, then I have to be garrison, and I don't want to. I didn't even ask for any MGE placements or anything, because if you ask, you get, and then you're garrison leader. So garrison leader is the worst thing to be. But then rally leader is not as bad, because rally commanders you can kind of use on open field as well. But then if you're like trying to YouTube at the same time, then like you don't want to be on Discord at the same time. So open field is a lot easier. You can just focus on, you know, what you're doing. Okay guys, the action on the right hand side has died down a little bit as well. It feels like 1671 now has very good control here. They have all the marches, but they're struggling to take down those two flags. But still, they have a very good control. And on the left hand side, we're gonna take a look at 1860 again. See if there's any progress. So 1021 probably has focused a little bit away from the fighting here, because you see more 1860 here and less 1021 here, because 1021 now is focusing on that flag. So that's a flag that was burning before and started repairing. Now you got, what do you have? What's the rally? Is it a Gilgamesh or is it a Cav? That's the rally. I can't click on the rally for some reason. Then we have Flavius in garrison, and it's an XY, so I think that's the rally. It's an XY rally, XY Nevsky. But they have full field control here. This all 1021 that you see. Everyone, what's up, Ladus? How is it going? Hey man, good to have you here. Going all right. So enjoying KvK action between 1860 and 1021 right now. Lord Mercy, Chizgul has often 2 garrison in 2 flags. Yep. So I think like now that when I have time I'm streaming, I don't get to check out all my favorite YouTubers and all my favorite streamers as much as I try. But then when I have time, I'm kind of streaming. But then I think when Chizgul was in 1075, then I used to watch all his streams. So yeah, I remember him having 2 flags garrisoned with 2 pairs and being extremely annoyed about it. Now from those videos, I should have learned that I shouldn't max my Amani and Artemisia, but then I did because I thought, okay, I can be garrison, but I can open field with them as well and all that. I mean, they're very good at open field. And garrison, alright, not that great, but alright. But then the problem is, once I max them, then it's not like you're gonna lie to the kingdom and say, no, I don't have Zenobia, I mean not Zenobia, Artemisia, so, or Amani. And then by the time I start making videos, so people kind of know what I have, so there's no hiding. But then I'm never gonna max. Actually, I don't know, but no, never say never, but I have no plans to max garrison leaders anymore. Okay, the flag kind of came down with heavy swarm, heavy swarm. Now there's a Richard there that's getting swarmed. Guys, that's a Richard, swarm, more swarm. Why are you guys walking back? Free kills, pick up some free kills. That's your reward for swarming earlier, where you got probably bad trades, but now obviously good trades from the Richard. Everan, I love being garrison leader, especially when I'm solo defending a flag, although it's hurts my wallet. Yep. So you need to have a good wallet. But then Everan, does that not usually result in like less kills? Exactly what we were talking about earlier, as in Chizgul, since he stopped focusing on garrison, his kills numbers probably picked up quite a bit as well, and Legend Ronnie as well, and everyone else. Malik 933, yep. Cheese had 2 garrison, Jad YSS and Amani Arti, yep. That's what he did, what she did. And Amani Arti, he actually had a, didn't he have a Zenobia YSS? No, you're right. He did not do the Zenobia that KvK, I think. Anyone see Flash? I haven't seen Flash. I think he comes online a little bit later, right? So he usually streams a little bit later, and I think that's when he comes online as well. But I haven't seen him on field. No, not yet. I would definitely recognize that, unique logo that he uses. Kaboom, Rich Bellico. Yes, that was Kaboom. I just read your message a little late, but yes. Malik and Zeno, but Jad was more valuable. Yep, in that KvK, Jad was more valuable. Malik, we need more Cav garrison. Change my mind. Like, one of the things that I'm kind of thinking about is like trying to remain relevant as a rally and garrison leader costs a lot more. So if you just want to open field, then all you need to do is, max crystal tech. But then if you want to be rally and garrison, it's not just maxing crystal tech. You need to, keep working on your equipment a lot as well. And rally garrison commanders, like the meta changes. The meta has more of an impact than open field meta. Like open field, even if you don't have like 1 or 2 latest commanders, it's not the end of the world. So it's like really costly. And like last KvK, I was doing rallies and garrisons, but then I wasn't in Discord because I was in, I still am in a Thai kingdom. So everyone speaks Thai. So like they don't mind me being the rally or garrison leader, but then like I can't communicate on Discord. And then if I was streaming, then that's another reason why I can't. So I'm gonna give up on rally garrison, I guess. Okay, now the fight is still on 1860 territory. Now before 1860 uptime comes in, 1603 needs to make something out of it, not just keep doing open field. You need to start, or not start, they were doing it before. You need to keep rallying the fort and that flag. They're both repairing. So along with the field fight, keep the rallies up. And speaking of the rally, we do see the Pakal Herald come in. Now, I think I was judging that Pakal Herald before because a Pakal Herald doesn't take a fort down with Zenobia, but you probably have to because 1860 has field presence. They will probably swarm anything else, so they probably just have to keep doing the Pakal Herald and keep it full all the time and hope for the best. At least they're draining 1860. Goatsy Mammalia, hi Ladus, a Celestial Void here. Celestial Void, hey. Celestial Void from Kingdom 1001, that's K1. Good to have you here, Celestial Void. Wow, your sub has increased. I hope so. So yesterday we did one stream, one video and one short. Today we did separate three city rally videos already. And after that we did a short showing the skill animation of Prime Boudica and Henry V. Oh guys, if you haven't checked out the skill animation of Boudica and Henry, thanks to our friend Bardi from 1365, who from a Korean server has managed to find out the skill animation. So I took the footage of him and I did a video on that as well. So look at the shorts on our channel and you will see Boudica's new Boudica Prime Boudica, whatever you want to call her skill animation, which is actually pretty cool. And then Henry's skill animation, which is somewhat alright. And yesterday we already did the animation video for, what's his name? Tutmosis. So quite a few things out there. And again, speaking of subscribers, if you're liking the action in front of you, don't forget to like and subscribe. For our small channel, we definitely appreciate the likes and subscribes, and we appreciate people like Goatsy Mammalia or Celestial Void coming in and saying, oh wow, your subscribers has upped quite a lot, and that makes us happy. You were not streaming before? Yeah, I wasn't streaming before as much. I did kind of stream. I didn't stream the last 1365 KvK. I did videos about it, but then the 1348 KvK I did stream a little bit, but then because that's not an Imperium or a well-known KD, you guys didn't watch it, which is why I'm kind of considering going into a Imperium KD with the main as well, potentially 1556. Haven't really decided though. Hi Ladus, who is winning? So at the moment we are looking at 1860 struggling a little bit against 1021. So if you look at the minimap up top, the side that includes 1093 and 1671, it does look like they have an upper hand over the blue side, which has 1034 and 1860. But then there's a long way to go in this KvK, so it can still kind of go either way, which actually makes it a very interesting KvK. Now initially I was thinking, 1860 and 1034 on the same side, this may not be as interesting, but then it's still definitely very interesting. Like a lot, it's quite even right now. Like you can't tell who is gonna win, which is how you want KvKs to be, right? Okay, someone's flagging here. Who is flagging here? That is DN. So 1860 flagging here. Now can they rally? Yes, this guy is rallying. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a Pakal Herald rally, which is what you probably need given all the 1860 standing there. 1860 definitely has more numbers here, but then you can probably take it down because the same person can't reinforce the flag again and again. So everyone with one march whilst it's building, so there's a possibility you can take it down. Mammalia, I have migrated to KD 2166. We are winner of KvK 1-5 now, and we're waiting for KvK. Oh, that's very good. 2166 OP KD, I guess. Winning 5 KvK is not that easy. everyone, in my opinion, if you're a top Imperium, then you don't have a downtime. True. For me, that's a sign of very big, strong kingdom like 1556, 1846, 1254. Very true. Very true. Hey, everyone, you wanna put like 1365 there as well? 1365 is pretty decent. Like people think 1365 is mostly Korean. The main alliance is, but then like if you look at BLN is mostly US and Europe. So, but then I do definitely agree with you, as in, if you want to call yourself, that should be the definition of a big Imperium KD. Like if you want to say you're a big Imperium KD, what's downtime? You should cover every single time zone. You should have enough players. Not the same players playing 24 hours, but then you should have enough players from different parts of the world. And the 3 KDs that you mentioned definitely fulfill that criteria. Lord Mercy, I found out about your stream because of Ruz sharing it on Discord. Lord Mercy, I am indebted to Ruz. Now, Ruz from 1254, I reached out to him. I mean, when I say I reached out, I talked to him because he's from Sydney as well. I mean, not necessarily Sydney, he's from Australia as well. And then I kind of reached out to him a couple times and talked to him a little bit. He was very nice, like just in game chat. So he's definitely kind in sharing. And I'm grateful. Sarcastic, are you in JST? No, so this is my alt account. So this is a overgrown farm account, which I only fought properly in 1 KvK, so my kills is not good. I did power it up a little bit, so this is definitely not JST material. I do get to spend, like, you know, every now and then a few hours in JST. So when they're fighting, if someone's offline, I get to go in there, but usually I play in the 4th or the 5th alliance. So at the moment I'm in OG, I'm in JG most of the time. Honestly, if I had a pick, I would spend most of the time in BLN, because BLN is English speaking and they're really fun. But then BLN I can't stream through because markers are in English, so I spend most time in what's it called, JG. OG is English as well, so I'm not like streaming our KvK now, so it doesn't matter. But JST, no, I don't make the cut, man. Go to see Mamilia. LADUS, which KD are allies with 1254? So 1254 is allied with 2244 2100. And actually, you know what? Why am I trying to show that I have a good memory when I don't? Let me actually briefly show you the minimap on the top. So I'm showing you the 1556 minimap on the top right hand corner. That's not the KvK we're looking at right now, but that's where you have red and blue, allies and enemies. So 1244, I closed my music accidentally when changing the minimap. Okay, let me get the minimap back on. Where is it? Not minimap, sorry, music back on. Where is it? Okay, we got music back on. Alright, so that's the 1556 versus 1254 minimap. Now the main action over there has been quite a bit of action. 1256 was fighting 2244 and 2100, that being the main action. But then the main action probably starts from Monday when 1254 and 1556 meet. So that's going to be pretty good action over there. Then we'll definitely try to follow that as much. And now I'm going to change the minimap back to the KvK we're looking at. Okay, so we got the minimap back up. Sarcastic, good father, 30 billion. Yep, so he's over 30 billion now kill points. Go to see. Thank you for always replying to us. Best RoK streamer. Hey, thank you. Now, if you guys think LADUS is worth a like and a subscribe, please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Because for a small channel like ours, all the support is very much appreciated and means a lot. Kind of keeps us going. Now, what's happening with this rally, I can't tell, because as you can see, we have lost sight of the flag and the rally because there's way too much open field fighting taking place. Everyone, yeah, that's true. And while I think 1254 don't have many players in Asian time zone, they compensate by being insane and not sleeping, but I would definitely benefit them too. Hey, everyone, they got when you say they don't have Asian players, I mean, you said Asian time zone, but then isn't, so Ruz, for example, Ruz is from Australia, that's Asian time zone. And then they got, what's his name, Ricardo, new subscriber. Ricardo, thank you very much for your subscription, man. And then everyone, they also got the big boss, Bunny is from New South Wales as well. That's Australia, so that's kind of 1365. I mean, not 13, I was gonna say that's 1365 time zone. I mean, that's Asian time zone. You got some big guns during Asian time zones, but probably not a full alliance. You're right, because most of the action that we see is during US time zone. Everyone, and yes, I agree, 1365 very insane. I forgot them, very active. Yeah, 1365 is a very good fun KD. The best thing that I like about them is like when you're in alliance chat or kingdom chat and whatever, or Discord chat, like it doesn't feel like they're serious. Like it doesn't feel like they're serious about KvK or Ark or anything. Like, you know, one or two leaderly figures kind of feel like they're serious, but rest of the world is very chill. But then they kind of do a good job, so it's very relaxing. Lord Mercy is from Australia. Yep. Loco, what's up, Ladus? Yes, Bunny is from Australia. Yeah, and so is Ruz. So I think Lord Mercy. Loco, good to have you here, man. Loco, are you from 2930 by any chance? I saw a Loco the other day, and then I was in 2329. Sorry, I can't get my kingdoms right. Loco, I'm Aussie. Hey, man. Welcome. So, like, there's a thing on YouTube where you can kind of see where most of your subscribers are, or from where you're earning more of your ad revenue and whatever. So, funny thing over there, the biggest source of my revenue, as in the channel's revenue over there, it says it's from Finland, and Australia is second. Like, this is what I don't understand. Like, even if Finland could be English speaking, like, really? Like, I don't think, firstly, I don't think Finnish people speak English. They speak mostly Finnish. That's their language, right? So how come when I'm streaming during Australian time zone and streaming from Australia, why Finland? Like, that's very random. But anyways, good to know that we got some Aussies around as well. Loco 2444. Okay, I got it wrong then. Franklin, hey buddy, how are you going? Franklin, going all right, man? How are you going? Mojo Jojo. that EV meant was one or two Asian alliance. What EV meant was one or two alliances, Asian alliances. Yeah, that'll be kind of good. So 1556, I'm gonna say, used to be a lot less powerful until they got four come in with a full Viet alliance. So that kind of makes them more universal than what they used to be. Because now they got Middle Eastern time zone covered, they got US time zone, and then the Asian bit covered as well. Tobias, 90% of Finnish people are Scandinavia alike. Speak fluent English. Okay, so for some reason, I think then I'm quite popular in Finland. Lord mercy. Quite sure 100% of Finnish people know English. Haha, Scandinavian countries are quite... I mean, of course they know, man. I mean, I didn't mean they don't know. I mean, what I meant is, like... Would you expect Finland to be the main country? Like, let's say even if they speak English, well, they do, but then what I meant is it's not a big country. Population is probably going to be pretty low. So if it's a low population country, and then you have Australia, you have US, and you know all these other countries where the game is a lot more popular, so you would kind of think even for a smaller YouTuber, as much as the number would be low, the ratio would be higher for the bigger English-speaking countries with more population. So I found it quite random. If you guys didn't, alright, forget about it. Tobias, I mean, I'm from Denmark, which is the same region as Finland. Yep, true. Everyone, Mojo Jojo, I think 1254 would benefit from having one or two Asian alliances. Yup. Lord mercy, your streaming times are probably more convenient for EU than the US. Yes, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Everyone, you know what? So Bunny is the most famous Aussie player in the game, right? And then there is, like in 1254, you got Chizgul, you got Redline, so you got like major YouTubers there. So through them, Bunny should kind of advertise that he's making a Aussie alliance. And then you get the rest of the Aussies from Rise of Kingdoms to go there. So as much as it's not like pure Asian, but it's still covering Asian time zone in a way, right? Finland has a 6 million residents as population, so quite random, yeah. Yep. Okay, so action-wise, this has definitely gone down quite a bit. The intensity is definitely not as high as earlier. What about over here? 1021 doing a new flag as well? Is that 1021 flag? Yep, 1021 doing a flag. After that's flag's done, do they achieve a lot? Well, actually, that's a funny sort of flag. Think about it. Once you have that flag, you're touching a lot of things around. You're probably touching that fortress as well. Yeah, you are. So that's a very good strategic flag that probably achieves a lot, but then there's the river, so it's not like it's going to be easy to access the other side, especially when the pass is very well guarded by 1860. But then, hey, they didn't get the flag up. So 1021 did manage to get that flag down. Daniel, you earn a lot of money in Finland, bro. 4k euro per month. Hey man. Okay, so I'll tell you about our YouTube earnings. So in Aussie dollars, I earn about 400 Aussie dollars a month from YouTube altogether. That's streaming, advertisement, whatever. So that's I don't know, that's like maybe 400 Aussies, maybe like $280 or something like that. And then only for 1 month, I had a sponsorship from one of the games to cover their game, and that month I earned quite a lot. So sponsorship actually pays quite a lot. So that's all. So this, for me, for like a small YouTuber, it can't be your main source of income. I still get to do quite a bit of streaming and videos because I had a good amount of redundancy from my last job, and then I convinced the wife that I have a future being a YouTuber. She was convinced for a while, but then now she isn't anymore. She's forcing me to apply for jobs left, right, and center now that we're kind of running out of the redundancy money. So I am doing 1 or 2 interviews per week, and so soon enough I'm gonna be doing a lot less videos, maybe same amount of streaming but less videos, because videos take a lot of time. Chilsey, good morning. Hey Chilsey, how are you going? Show 671 side, please. Yep, we can definitely look at 671 side again. So we're kind of flipping between the 2 sides to see wherever the good action is. Tobias, even though we're enemies this KvK, I'll keep being sub to you. Hey man, you're not enemies. We're not enemies. We're opponents. And then thank you for your support. And I mean, like most of the people that does YouTube, regardless who they are fighting, just from a YouTube point of view, and for being a decent human being, I guess people don't make bad comments about their enemies and whatever. So just because they're enemies, I mean, if I see one of my enemies if I see one of my opponents not fighting enough, I'd probably call it out and say that they're not fighting enough. But then I would definitely not make derogatory comments, and no one does, I guess. So just because we are fighting in a KvK doesn't mean you have to unsub. The next KvK we could be allies, right? Hey, 671 guys, I don't think there's a lot of action right now. I don't see a lot of action right now. So there's nothing touching here. This fort is burning. 671 I think won this side already. So there's 2 flags that were not burning previously, and they're burning as well. I think 671 got this side covered already. So they're just gonna slow burn whatever's left over here from 1501. So I don't think this side is gonna be as competitive anymore. So definitely looking good for the red side. Red side, I mean, on the top right hand corner minimap. And let's have a look at this fight again. Now, if there isn't enough fighting going on, we'll have a last look at the 1556 KvK. Now, 1860 is waking up. We are getting towards their prime zone, being mostly from Europe, I want to say, and they started rallying now. So it's Archer versus Archer. That is not a great Archer pair though, so it's not even Amani Torres. So you got an Artemisia and a YSS. That's an old school garrison, and that's definitely gonna go down. You probably don't even need a swarm for that, but then we'll see some swarm. Either way, that flag is going down. So 1603 is under pressure now here. They were pushing in earlier, now they're pushed in, and both of their connecting flags are burning. Rich Bellico, someday I'll smash LADUS marches. Smashing LADUS marches, it's not that hard. LADUS doesn't actually have OP equipment or OP marches. And even though I get max crystal tech, I usually get it towards the end of the KvK, not like early on when it costs a lot more spending. So smashing LADUS march is pretty easy, man. And yeah, you can do it. So to my surprise, That flag is staying up a little longer than I thought it would. But then you see all the dead phases coming back. So, yep, it just came down. And 1603 is kind of standing on the side. So not necessarily, they're defending well. So 1021 had this fort burning earlier. They're repairing and they're doing a back fort here already. 1021 can kind of recognize that 1860 is focusing fully on this side now, which means they're gonna have a harder time than what they had on day 1 or day 2. So day 1 and day 2, 1860 was divided between the top and the bottom, and then now they have given up the top completely. So 2224 has taken up position and they are doing pass blocking right now over there. They're gonna block that off soon. They own this zone. So 1860 is fully focused here. So 1860 is gonna become active and you'll see a bigger push here. Now we want to take a look at the 1556 side and see how they're going, because we did see the bigger 1556 players kind of waking up and being ready for rally, but we didn't see a rally, so we switched back. Now, just saying again for people that just joined, 1556 didn't kind of push in too much on that pass 5. The area where the mountain hopped, not that much pushing either. They got some ground, but not really pushing. Field presence is quite low. And here, they had a fort almost burning, but it's repairing now, and I don't see field presence or rally. They do have that fort burning though. So what's 1556 doing now? So we see Baba Ataturk here. But we don't see enough marches here to say that there's going to be a lot of action here. Now 1556 and 1254, both of them excuse me, sorry. Sorry about that, guys. I lost the mute button for a little bit. I got a cold and flu going on, so I'm like sneezing and coughing all over the place. I have been muting myself throughout. I just couldn't find the mute button for a while. Now, I don't think we're going to see a lot of action here, to be honest. Not right now, maybe later. But then 1556 has been kind of stuck here for a while. Like the progress has been quite slow. Sarcastic charisma, take some water. Yep, I'm drinking lemsip. So lemsip is like a lemony drink that you have when you have cold and flu. So yeah, I'm kind of living off lemsip right now. All right, guys, since my voice is kind of giving away, and since there's not much of an action in the 1556 KvK or the 1860 KvK right now, I think we're gonna call it a day. We're almost at 3 hours. Now, as long as I don't lose my voice overnight, I will probably be streaming again tomorrow. Just in case if I don't get to stream, then you can always check out the videos that we posted. So 5 videos over the last 2 days. So definitely there's a lot of content from LADUS RoK for you guys to check out. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the stream so far. And special thanks to Ricardo for your subscription today, and everyone else for being on chat and keeping the chat lively. trying to live stream when no one's talking in chat. Everyone's just watching it as if it's a TV show. That kind of makes it boring for the streamers. So thank you for being on chat and keeping the conversations interesting. Nurul Islam, 7 forts behind the pass to stop 56. Yeah, I mean, that's the gameplay, man. Everyone does it. Whoever has lower power, they're meant to do it, and that's because that's how the game is working. So I see it as a Lilith fault. Lilith should kind of limit how many ports you can do in general. Sarcastic, take care, my friend. Take some rest. Yes, I will see you guys tomorrow. Sarcastic, thank you for your support. Superior Warrior, G3 from 254, going to help 228. They have built a fort. I actually saw a fort down south, but I don't think... Yeah, oh, there is, yeah. So G3, there's a fort there. So they're keeping the option open. Knowing 12... I mean... Knowing 1228 or seeing 1228 fight, they may not need that help though. But then it's smart of 1254 to keep that option open, definitely, yeah. So they're going to split. I don't think they will split initially, man. That wouldn't be probably wise. So once they get a feel of, yes, they're managing 1556 well, maybe then they will. I don't know. But 1254 has a very smart leadership team, so I'm sure they're gonna, make the right call. So on our stream, we're watching how the KvK kind of goes, not to judge anyone, but to learn from the strategies, because we are only looking at big KvK action. So say, for example, from the 1860 KvK, we learned that even if you're Imperium and fighting non-Imperium, you shouldn't go both ways. Secure one side first, right? All right, so guys, we kind of said goodbyes already, so thank you again, and we read through the last bit of comments that we had as well. So I hope that I get a little bit better, and then I see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.